Hey girl, hey! And welcome to Sibling Cinema,
where we explore movie masterpieces
that one of us has never seen before in order to sway or convert the other into fandom.
Each week, we'll introduce a movie we love,
From sci-fi classics
to Korean horrors,
and try to convince the other it's a masterpiece.
One's seen it, one hasn't.
I am your host, Tony.
And I'm your co-host, Leanne.
Sit back,
relax.
This is Sibling Cinema.
They're dead. Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them!
Hello and welcome to Sibling Cinema. I am your host, Tony, and here with me, as always, is my bumbling battle droid sister, Leanne. Hey girl, hey Leanne.
Hey girl, hey. For God's sake.
Roger. How you doing?
I don't want to be a droid.
Well, this week you are a droid. So, Leanne, you have watched episode 1, Phantom Menace, and you gave it some mixed reception, which is what I was expecting. Your fan rating went down by 0.5, which would total your fan rating right now at 6. You have now watched Attack of the Clones. So, as we always do, Leanne, I'm going to give you 1 minute to do a plot summary on Attack of the Clones.
Oh, shit.
Leanne, 1 minute plot summary. Your time starts now.
10 years have passed. The Republic are really worried about a separatist movement organised by Count Dooku. Padme is a senator. She was a queen before, but now she's a senator and people keep trying to kill her. She needs to vote on creating an army for the Republic. And she's placed under the protection of Obi-Wan and Anakin. And Anakin's fucking thirsty for her, bruh. Like, they end up falling in love. Obi discovers clones and a droid army and finds out that Count Dooku is responsible. And then Palpatine is granted emergency powers because of the droid army revelation. And he sends his clones into battle. And then Anakin's mum dies and he gets really angry. How long do I have? Then Obi gets...
You've got 10 seconds.
Obi gets captured, Anakin and Padme go to save it. They get married. It's stalemate with... Oh, God. Anakin loses an arm.
Time!
Oh, that's right.
Right.
I panicked.
You did surprisingly well considering the amount of stuff that actually happens in this film.
Yes.
And the amount of story that's in it. Congratulations. So, now that you've done your 1 minute plot summary, Leanne, your initial thoughts and feelings on Attack of the Clones. Hit me.
God. Okay, so this came out in 2002, I believe.
That's correct.
Which was the same year as The Two Towers by, Lord of the Rings.
Yes, it was.
And the contrast is alarming. And damning. Where do I start? The relationships were hard to believe. Like, the dynamics between Padme and Anakin and Obi-Wan and Anakin, it was just robotic. The dialogue's poor, laughable even. I didn't mind some of the plot, like I think Obi having to play detective and going on a dangerous solo mission was kind of cool, and Anakin having to stay back and protect Padme. But I feel like we needed this film to kind of build the bond between Anakin and Padme, right? Like,
yes.
It felt like this felt like a love story, a really shit love story. Like, my silly list is extensive. My cool moments are slim. I have a like-hate thing going on. So those are my initial thoughts and feelings.
When I was a kid and I watched this, I still really liked it.
I was about to ask, like, what are your thoughts now?
Right now, I felt like they didn't learn from their mistakes in Phantom Menace. I mean, to an extent they did.
They kind of did. There's less Jar Jar. Like...
Well, in that respect, sure. But, like you said, the dialogue and the acting is stale, but it's not the actor's fault. It's George's fault.
Mr. Lucas.
Unfortunately. little did you believe, George did actually hire a new writer to come onto this onto this film by the name of Jonathan Hales. However, he himself was inexperienced, and his only credit, apart from the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles that failed, was a film called The Mirror Cracked in 1981.
Then why? Then why hire this man?
I don't know. Do you know what? Like in my head, I'm like, I bet somebody, definitely an exec, came up to George and was like, George, Phantom Menace, loved it. We made millions and millions.
Yeah.
This script though, we got a problem with it. Let's get somebody in to help you out, and you can pick anyone you want. And George must have thought, oh yeah, I'll pick someone. I'll pick probably the most inexperienced screenplay writer ever, so that he can still take reins on it.
Tony, it was so bad in places. It was so like the sand.
You mentioned, of course, The Two Towers and Spider-Man was released in the same year, and because of that, it didn't do as well at the box office as recent Star Wars
Tobey
films.
Maguire Spider-Man.
Yes, yeah, Tobey Maguire. So with a budget of 115 million, it made 650 million, which is still really good, but not as good as Phantom did by about 300 million. This film is in the Guinness World Records, or it was, for most visual effects shot. 2,200 in total shots that were using digital effects in it.
It's not reassuring, is it?
The love of CGI, definitely, you can see it have grown from Phantom to Attack of the Clones. A lot of the sets are CGI now. A lot of the characters are now CGI rather than prosthetics. Yeah.
I kind of adjusted to it at some point. Do you know what I mean? I just had to kind of roll with it to some degree and just accept it for what it was.
But like, again, despite its flaws, there were some stuff I actually do like in it, and I do think that it does pretty well in that regard. It's just a shame about, the screenplay. Let's dive right into it then. So we jump in, Padmé's on her way to Coruscant, and her ship explodes from an attack.
Okay, I need to talk about this.
I want to talk first. I remember it being in the cinema as a kid and that happened, and it actually took me by surprise. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? It was definitely like I flinched. I was like, whoa, okay, fair enough. We're right into it now.
Because it's one of the guards like, oh, there was no need to worry, like, we're all cool. And then it just goes...
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think, why does Padmé have a decoy? I thought that was only for queens. And also...
I guess...
No, what, they die from explosion, but right before they do that, they say, I failed you, Senator. And it's like, no, that's your fucking job. And why aren't you burnt? Like, also, her head of security has no depth perception, Tony. He wears a fucking eye patch. What is this? Those were my first thoughts.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there. I'm just wondering, like, where that explosion came from. Was it a timed bomb?
Right.
Was it, like, a mine? Was it, like... how did that come to pass?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He doesn't care about us anymore. We're lost in the fucking wilderness.
We go swiftly to Palpatine in his office with the Jedi, and you'll notice that there's something very, very different about Master Yoda. He is now completely CGI.
Yes.
So, yeah, Oz obviously was not a puppet in this film. However, he was used to be consulted on how Yoda would move. So he was still in the job, sort of. Well, I mean, he voiced him, but in terms of movement and stuff, it was obsolete by now. Which I think is a little bit. It's sad, but that's the advancement and evolution of technology.
Hey, at least you can see his feet, right, Mr. Lucas? Like, who gives a fuck? Give us raw, normal Yoda.
And in comes Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin to be assigned the task of finding this assassin.
Okay.
So, since Attack of the Clones was about 10 years later, as you said, Jake Lloyd obviously couldn't return as Anakin. There were a lot of notable actors that went up for the role of Anakin Skywalker. Do you know one at all?
No, apart from the guy that got it.
Leonardo DiCaprio was through for it.
Mr. DiCaprio. Why didn't they give it to him?
Supposedly he was too busy. But I think the agents, like, when they saw Phantom, they were like, Leo.
Yeah, don't do it, Leo. Oh,
I don't know if that's true, whatever, but that's what I think anyway.
Wait, so did we talk about this in the last episode? What happened to Jake?
Yeah, so Jake, we touched on it. We didn't go into depth of it like we should have done. Very sad. Very similar story to Ahmed Best on Jar Jar. He was bullied to almost a suicide as well, because obviously coming from that film and being ridiculed. And I mentioned the article that started with Mannequin Skywalker because of his wooden performance.
Yes.
It deterred him from acting completely. He did 1 or 2 other films after that, but I think he was done. He went to a lot of Comic Cons, and he was interviewed by a few unprofessional interviewers who would ask really inappropriate questions. He was nominated for a Razzie and won as worst actor, which is very demeaning.
It's a brutal award show, that.
Yeah, his father committed suicide as well.
Oh, shit.
So he had an absolutely horrible ride after The Phantom Menace. And he is still recovering at the moment. He's been kind of gone to prison a few times, said drink driving, and has recently been diagnosed with schizophrenia as well.
Oh, man.
So yeah, he's had a rough time. However, most recently, a lot of fans are coming out to kind of support him and come to understand the amount of grief that happened with him during the journey of the Phantom Menace and afterwards and the aftermath. And a lot of people are kind of coming out and apologizing and saying that they still love him and everything that they did. Yeah,
no, that
very
sucks.
sad.
Yeah.
For Anakin in this film. So Leonardo DiCaprio went for it. Topher Grace, do you know him? No, he was in the third Spider-Man. He was Venom. There's one called Colin Hanks. I don't know whether that's a relation to Mr. Hanks.
Yeah, is that Mr. Honks?
I have no idea. No, I don't think so.
His offspring?
But they settled on Hayden Christensen. They were looking for a young actor, very James Dean look and feel.
He's got that hair, the sweepy hair, hasn't he? But that rat tail, why?
Oh, it's a good little point there.
Why?
So they do the rat tail, okay, and you'll notice that they've done that in The Phantom Menace as well with Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, in Star Wars lore, if you're a Padawan, you have this little rat tail as your hairpiece. And when you are ready to be promoted to Jedi Knight, they slice it off.
Oh, a little bit of Jedi lore.
Yes.
All right. Well, I was wondering about that. I was like, wow.
Again, Hayden got the same sort of treatment in this film as Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best. He was criticised for his performance. Again, I'm going to stand firm with the actors. I don't think it's their fault. Again, they were not counselled enough. They weren't coached.
They weren't directed properly. That's what it sounds like.
Or directed as well.
You've got an actress like Natalie Portman, and her romance is totally unbelievable. Like, not the good unbelievable, the bad unbelievable. And I'm just... How do you fuck it up so badly?
I know. He was 21 years old. No, he was 20 when he filmed
he was just
film.
a baby.
He's got the right build for it. He's very tall, like Darth Vader was.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of voice work, actually, to get that kind of deepness, kind of little deepness that James Earl Jones later presents with Darth Vader. So I think he was unfairly criticised in this film. I do think he tries his very best with what he's given.
But this is what's so frustrating. Why direct it in such a way where you have these, these fresh actors, these really talented people? Why waste them with the wooden... Is it the writer's fault? Is it Lucas? Is it like, I want to blame someone. I'm very angry. This could have been so much better.
I do blame George for this, for the lack of direction he was giving. Ewan is obviously back as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there. A little fact about this is that they filmed Attack of the Clones, but afterwards McGregor went off to shoot Black Hawk Down. Now, Lucas then had to call McGregor back for a few reshoots, but by then he'd already shaved off his hair and his beard.
Right.
So there are some scenes where obviously McGregor didn't have time to regrow his hair, so they put fake hairpiece and fake beard on him.
Oh my god! Right, what scenes? Because I didn't clock it. Damn it!
I don't know from the top of my head, unfortunately, but you might be able to spot it in some scenes.
I will, if I ever watch this again.
What do you think of his hair in this one?
It was just Obi, innit? He's the goatee. I did enjoy Ewan in this. I enjoyed Obi-Wan as a character. But the friendship between him and Annie, I didn't quite buy it. Obi just came across as really frustrated with Annie the whole time and calls him arrogant and puts him in place a bunch of times.
Yeah.
What does he say?
Yeah.
Like, be patient. Like, he's always like, be fucking patient and listen to me, young Padawan. And all Anakin does is bitch about Obi when he isn't around. And this is meant to be the height of their friendship. Like, in A New Hope, when Obi says he was a good friend, that had more heart.
I don't think this was the height of their friendship. I think this was these two trying to get used to each other. Obviously, Obi-Wan is very disciplined, but Anakin is very sure of his skills. And, I mean, one of the best lines, I think, is when Anakin and Obi-Wan are about to depart on their separate assignments. Obi-Wan is like, Anakin, don't do anything unless you inform me or the council. And Annie's like, you can see, he's just like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
All right, Obi-Wan, okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like a school teacher that's just on your arse all the fucking time.
Yeah, but then there's there's that really cringe scene where he cuts up a pear for Padme, and he's like, "Oh, if Master Obi knew I was doing this, he'd be so grumpy." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, he literally acts like a child. Like,
there's a fun fact about that scene. That scene is improvised.
oh fuck! What? So they had to magic the pears up for CGI after they.
It's entirely improvised because, get this, Lucas didn't mind the fact that it was improvised because he asked them to do that because he was so unhappy with the dialogue he had written for that scene originally. It kind of shows like he can't write love. He just can't. But we'll go on to that eventually. So they plan to try and capture the assassin. They have semi-success, notwithstanding some ludicrous.
What's with the worms?
I thought they were a decent thing. You didn't like them?
I thought they were an interesting tactic. However, the assassin knew where she was sleeping and is clearly really good at shooting. She's got windows all around her. Like...
Yeah. Like, the spatial awareness in this chase scene is so ludicrous. Like, there's a point where Anakin goes,
before you get onto the chase, like with the cars you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
okay. But it was weird how Obi was the one that was like, initially he was like, "We're here to protect you, Senator, not to start an investigation." Yeah. But then he's the one that fucking leaps out the window onto the little robot, and he's always preaching about patience. Like, fuck off.
You're absolutely right. Yes, it's not within that kind of character. I think maybe Anakin should have done that.
Anakin should have done that, right? So that Obi's left with the car to go after him. That frustrated me. But yeah, the chase was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It was cool, but I just didn't understand because Anakin makes a shortcut. He loses them, but the vehicle had driven off. Right, it didn't drive down. So when Anakin jumps out of the car to land on the assassin, and Obi-Wan's like, "I hate it when he does that." That doesn't make sense because the car wouldn't have been that far down. It would have been far off in the distance because it's driven off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
there were definitely some inconsistencies.
They get to the bar, which is actually a kind of a decent scene. There's a bit of humour in there.
Wait, hang on a second. Hang on. I need to say one thing before we move on. Like, we've totally skipped this. Anakin is so creepy towards Padme.
Well, we haven't skipped that.
I haven't seen her for 10 years, and he's sweating in the lift. It's like, be patient, young Padawan. Like, what?
There is a line that's like, I'd rather dream of Padme than the nightmares of my mum.
And he's licking his lips or biting his lip, and it's just like, oh my god, bruv, like, be cool.
What do you think of Anakin's flirting in this? Is it suave or is
terrible.
it
It's terrible. This is a hard no. I see why she's like, no, I can't. We can't. Like, get the fuck away. He's acting like a man boy. It's all Obi's fault when they're alone in her chamber. Like, grow up.
The line as well, like, you look tired. I don't sleep anymore because of your mother. It's like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Where's the direction there, man? Like, it's just, it's so, yeah. It's
what I find is that he can't just show us something. We can't just look at a character and know something. Like, or have an event happen. We're not even told, like, through dialogue. Like, a lot of the time I was like, well, who's that? Like, well, what the fuck is going on? He has a real difficult time of portraying things that we should know.
Yeah. We do come on to him having nightmares of his mum, biggest plot point, which is very, very important for Anakin's development. And we definitely kind of go on to that a bit later on. But they chase the assassin. They arrive at the bar. You want to buy some death sticks?
You want to buy some death sticks? Yeah. Death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks. If you look closely in that scene, Leanne, there are actually a few cameos, including an actor called Fiona Johnston, a.k.a. the woman in the red dress in The Matrix.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, she makes a cameo in the bar.
Well,
which is pretty cool.
I didn't notice her, so boo. You didn't do a good enough job catching my eye.
Ahmed Best, Jar Jar actor, makes a little cameo in the bar as well as himself. If you look closely, you can see him too.
My question is, Tony, okay, like this assassin that they are chasing is a shapeshifter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why are they wearing a cloth over their face?
I don't know, Leanne.
Because and then Anakin like full on tries to murder them through the car with his lightsaber. It's like, do you know you have the right car? Are you 100%, mate?
Why would you need a cloth if you can change your shape?
Dum 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 dum.
Dum dum. But she gets assassinated anyway by a mysterious bounty hunter, and of course the tasks are assigned to both Obi-Wan to find out who this assassin is, and Anakin to defend Padme. So yeah, they split up to their different assignments. Obi-Wan gets his intelligence from some cockroach dude in a cafe.
There's a lot of bugs. Like, what's with all the bugs?
I think his name is Dex, if I remember correctly.
It might be Dex.
I kind of liked it, to be honest. Like, I think Ewan McGregor is trying the best that he can to try and hug something that's not there.
Yeah, it was a bit.
You can tell he's like, ah, and his hands are going like crazy. It's just not fitting in very well.
He's doing his best.
Yeah. But they seem to share a little bit of a friendship there, which was quite nice. Kind of shows the Obi-Wan's social side and humane side. I don't like the line in this scene though, where he says, "Well, if droids could think, there'd be none of us here, would there?" And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
C-3PO and R2-D2 definitely think, and they come up with ideas and stuff like that. And
exactly.
It's like,
what are you saying? Or maybe he was saying that to appeal to him. I don't know.
Maybe,
Who cares? Who cares? All I know is that his search leads to discovering Mr. Fett and his wee boy.
Aye. On what planet? Can you remember the planet?
Fett.
Fett
planet.
Camino.
What?
Camino. That is the name of the planet.
Oh, Camino. You know I don't do the planets, Tony.
What did you think of the planet, Leanne? Did you like it? And the long-necked aliens?
Oh, you know what? Like, yeah, there was something kind of cool about the long-necked aliens. I think that's on my cool list. Like, I liked how serene and calm they were. And I think, when Obi gets to that planet and, they're very calm and serene and they show him the clone army for the first time, I was like, whoa. Like, those are motherfucking stormtroopers. And I was like, what? This is nuts. But I was also concerned because I was like, oh yeah, well, we've been creating this army for 10 years. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, who's been asking you to fucking make this army, bitch? Like, but then the scene with Obi in the rain.
No, Master, there appears to be no motive.
Yeah. No, I thought it was very cool. What did you think about the calm, long-necked things?
Yeah, I like Camino. It's like the differentiation of this planet to others is really cool. Like you say, it's very serene, it's pristine. There's a calmness everywhere. There's a friendliness. There isn't any crime on this planet. It's all in order. And that was quite a different kind of set to kind of dive into as opposed to other planets going on.
Yeah, all the shit we've seen over the last couple of films. And it was funny when the clones were actually eating together in the canteen. And they're all the same motherfucker. I was like, that's weird. Imagine living your whole life, your whole adult life, surrounded by your own face. That'd be
weird, isn't it?
That'd be horrible.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, I don't know, I'd like pull funny faces at myself. Or then I'll try and punch and kick other faces so that there's a little bit of a differentiation.
Why are you resorting to violence? I was going to say I'd make them dress up in outfits and see if they look good on them before I put them on.
Oh yeah, that's a good
So
thing
that I
to
don't
do.
look
I
like
don't
a
know why
fool.
I went straight to violence
did.
there. The fuck. We meet young Boba Fett as well, and his father Django.
Oh my god, this
Um,
kid, doesn't he just say, what does he say when he
Get him,
answers the
Dad!
door?
Get him, Dad! Fire!
Oh, yeah, he was...
Hate this kid.
Yeah, he was
But anyway, yeah, when he answers the door, he's like, "Yep,
That's it.
yep."
Yep.
And he gives him this dirty look. You see,
He's
he kind of
got
looks him up and down
attitude.
like.
He's got lip.
They gave Boba some attitude, man. Meanwhile, Anakin's assignment is to look after Padme on Naboo, and thus
Lord.
the romance is blossoming.
Can we...
Come on, Leanne, tell me about this setup. Do you believe that Natalie and Hayden Christensen are in love?
Okay, so I think the romance between Anakin and Padme it started off so incredibly creepy. Does she even like him? She only says so right before they go into the gladiator arena.
Yes.
The whole sand scene, like the relationship just feels awkward, dead, loveless, and forced. And can we, like, sidebar, can we talk about love, like, seriously for a moment in this film? Why can't Jedis love? Is it to do with being emotional when that might draw you to the dark side? Because Obi gets very annoyed and laughs sometimes and gets angry all the time, and Jedi aren't Vulcans from Star Trek. Even Vulcans had sex and formed marriages, and younglings, like, must have been given up very young by their parents, is something I learned through this film.
Correct.
Which means there's
Yeah.
no fucking emotional attachment. It's kind of creepy and cult-like. Like,
Well, Leanne, like...
and she's a senator.
if you-
Why can't she just date a guy? She's not a queen anymore. It's weird.
You cannot be emotionally invested when you are making important decisions or striving for truth and good. The reason why Jedi
parents
can't
don't
love...
love their babies. Palpatine is single. Mace ain't got no wife. Like,
But do you see why they can't? Because, for example, Anakin loves his mum. What happens when his mum is killed? He goes fucking berserk.
yeah,
That
but not every child
is why they
is gonna
can't
get
love.
killed. This is so dumb.
It's not dumb.
It's
It's
dumb.
beneficial so that Jedi aren't reacting emotionally to pressurized situations. If they're the guardians of peace and justice.
So people of peace and justice can't, love and get married. Like, I don't...
Attachment is forbidden.
What's your thoughts about Anakin and Padme and
So,
the romance, quotation mark?
So I looked into this. It's just a little bit deeper. I was just like, in my head, why does Anakin come across not only awkward but very, very pushy and not reading the scenes very well? He goes in for the kiss on Padme very weirdly after stroking her arm, and I was just thinking about this. I was like, why would you behave and act like that? And of course, he was a slave for about 8 or 9 years, and then after that he was taken in by Obi-Wan and trained as a Jedi. So something there in terms of psychology has made Anakin quite socially inept.
Yes, he's
And
lacking that social
Yeah.
skill, isn't he? Yeah, but Tony, I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
And it gets everywhere. Unlike here, where everything's smooth.
Like,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's
fuck
like, oh
you know.
god.
Those scenes noticeably were back in Italy. Very pretty. One location was Lake Como, where they filmed that sand scene, and the majority of the night ones as well. But what you can say that's good in this scene, undeniably, is the music that John Williams does. Even in these, he makes an absolutely banging score. I think it's called Across the Stars or something
I was
like
distracted by the poor dialogue, if I'm being real. Like, I do recall there being a swell of something and knowing that I was meant to feel something, but I just... It was very difficult to.
I know. That lines like, I've got a few of my favourites here. You're tormenting me. No, wait, hold on. You're in my very soul, tormenting me.
There's no
Or,
bants. There's no bants like there is with Leia and Han.
Yeah,
Do you know,
no,
it's
there
all
isn't.
just...
I-
Anakin's Riz is...
And then another line is, believe me, I wish I could just wish away my feelings.
That's not good.
A part of me's like, how the fuck did this get greenlit in like the writers' room? Why didn't anybody say to George, like, George,
This
this
isn't
line,
gonna work.
this needs to change? But
What would you have
I don't
changed
know,
it to, Tony?
Oh god, it's so over dramatic. I'd keep it really fucking simple.
But with more emotion during
Behind
the delivery,
it,
right?
you don't need to say my soul is being
No,
tormented.
you
No,
don't.
no.
I want to see
not
that
at
in their
all.
faces. I want to see it in
Yes.
their body language. I want to. At no point did I feel like they couldn't keep their hands off each other. It just felt stale.
Yeah. However, through all this, we finally get to the crux of the story and the character development when his nightmares get worse. And he wants to go and investigate on Tatooine on what is going on with his mum. We meet Anakin's extended family. Again, the dialogue is just very plain. You must be my brother-in-law. It's just like,
Yeah.
like you've just met this. Like, can we not establish some dynamics or surprise or? Do you know what I mean? Like, again, very stale. Very
I found
stale.
Anakin, like, when he was having visions of his mum in pain, like, and goes back to Tatooine to find her, and the Tusken Raiders. Like, it was pretty dark, you know, at times, but I felt like Uncle Owen was useless. Like, it was kind of cool to sit around a table with them, knowing that they would, you know, help raise Luke or whatever, right?
Yeah. Was it nice to see that set again?
It was. I enjoy Tatooine. I always do, and it feels like most of the films return there for some reason. And it was kind of cool to see Anakin interact with his previous owner to go and find his mum. You know, the ugly fairy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, what did you think of Anakin's mum, Shmi Skywalker's?
Yeah, it's a silly
death
name.
scene?
Sounds too much
I like Shmi.
Smee the pirate, mate. Whatever. I know.
Wow.
I know it was relevant for Anakin's arc. You know, for him to get really angry, but I didn't. Is it bad that I didn't really care? I didn't really care.
Oh my
about Smee.
god, you didn't care?
No.
Oh, I cared. Like, I think the line that has the most power in this bit is, and it reminded me of Mum a lot, is like where she puts his hand on his face and goes, "Oh, you look so handsome," and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah, no,
fuck."
that did make me think of you and Mum for like a split second.
And then she dies after trying to say, "I love you." That's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think in terms of dialogue, like, again, you don't need to do that. But again, yeah, this is really important for him giving in and flirting to the dark side and admitting his hate for the Tusken Raiders.
I hate them.
Look, I genuinely actually really like Hayden in this scene. He's doing a really good job with what he's got.
No, but Tony,
I do.
What's insane? Okay, he says to Padme, "I killed them all of them, but not just the men, like the women and the children too, or something along those lines, right? Like animals, and I hate them." And Padme's like, "They're there, like, don't worry." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's just admitted to murder. He killed them all. Poor Sand people. I felt bad for them. But they shouldn't have fucked around with Smee.
No, they shouldn't have. I find this quite funny because in the next few scenes, Padme then admits that she loves him. And I'm like,
yeah.
In this scene, like, he's admitted he's just murdered a whole clan of Tusken Raiders. And there's a close-up of Padme and camera gets closer. And I'm just thinking, what's going through her mind at the moment? Is she like, ooh, murder, that's sexy, or something like that? Do you know what I mean?
It can't be. No.
I would have thought that this would have pushed her away from
and also
from
no,
Anakin
I
a
think
little
maybe
bit.
because he was so desperate to be with her 24/7, and then his mum, like, he got the visions of his mum, and he was like, you know what? I know I'm meant to protect you, but my mum needs me, bitch. Bye. And she's like, oh no, I'll come with you. I think the moment he kind of eased off, she was like, oh, maybe. But it's silly. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It's dumb.
I like Hayden in this scene. He gives it as much as he can.
I didn't mind it. It needed something. I wanted some drama. And if this is the little morsel I'm going to get, then I'm going to gobble it up.
Wow. I do love the line as well that's so poignant when they've buried Smee and he goes over to the grave.
Oh, him carrying her is actually quite...
Yeah,
like,
carrying her
that's
too.
good, like, because he wasn't saying anything weird. It's just that image of him carrying his ma. Like that was powerful.
The line that I like is, "I promise I won't fail you again," which again is it's similar to in Forrest Gump where Forrest says, "If there's anything you need, I'll be right here."
Yeah.
It's like, it's just
God.
fuck. They're trying to tell themselves that they're still a part of their life and they're still there. Bless Hayden. Like I do think he does a good job despite all the criticism he got.
It sounds like you feel like he should have gotten more recognition for his role, and I'm wondering, did that ever pay off, or was he kind of doomed like Jake was?
That's a good question. So he got similar criticism. They said his performance was wooden and stale and all of this stuff. I think he was very smart about how he approached that. He didn't really talk to much of the media. He kept himself to himself. I think he moved to England at one point as well.
Kept his head down.
Yeah, he's starting to get the recognition that I do believe he deserves. Taking part in new Star Wars projects. He was in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. He was in Ahsoka series and all of this stuff. And I think fans are like really admiring what he's done and doing now.
Oh.
Coming back to Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, tracks down Jango and his baby boy to Geonosis.
Yes.
Yes. What do you think of this planet at first?
So is this the planet where, like, his son is in the bunker kind of thing, and then they kind of run out and they're having that battle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Colosseum. Yeah.
No, I feel like that was a pretty fun scene. But I also feel like Obi should have died, man. The amount of explosions he gets to the face. But it was fun. It was a fun scene.
After 76 minutes, we finally see the main villain of this film, Count Dooku, as you would say. Believe it or not, and I didn't know this, Christopher Lee, at the ripe age of 79 when he done this film.
Crazy.
He was originally supposed to be Grand Tarkin in A New Hope, apparently.
Shit.
But he turned it down and he gave it to his friend Peter Cushing, who then accepted because of his fans wanting to see him in sci-fi.
Right.
He instantly regretted that decision because of the success. Any opportunity that he would have had to go back into Star Wars, he would have taken it. So he was given the part of the main antagonist and he was like, yes, I'm going to do it. Originally, the villain was going to be a female. They had the intent of making the apprentice a woman for the clones.
Okay.
The purpose was to create like a foil for Padme and to explore like
a wife,
foreboding forces in a woman. Known in the concept when they were designing it as Dark Padme.
Okay.
A character that would have had like Medusa hairstyle.
That sounds cool.
And sounds pretty cool. But as the villain evolved, they went with now Count Dooku, which was given to Christopher Lee.
Look, Count Dooku, Doo-Doo, whatever, I found him so arrogant, yet he does nothing until the end. And I didn't feel the point of him. He felt like a middleman. Like, I would have preferred Darth Maul. Someone with a bit of anger and angst to him. And, do you know, like
I know what you mean. Like,
and
I feel like
I
they needed another
Lee,
villain.
But this is just, it felt weird.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
It's true that I still feel that Maul should have been a part of the series still. But I think you're right in that he is a middleman for when Darth Vader finally becomes the apprentice.
Yes.
But I do like Count Dooku anyway. He's very full of betrayal, which you know I love.
Betrayal.
Deception. And he's got wisdom as well, and he's powerful. He's very powerful.
Yeah.
And it was a good little role for Christopher to do as well.
Well, he have you seen what he has actually achieved in his real life outside of film?
Yes.
It's
yeah.
insane.
He was in the army, I think, wasn't he? For
Yeah,
both World Wars, wasn't he?
Fought Bear Wars.
Yeah.
He's had an amazing life. I don't know if it's
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
So, yeah, Obi-Wan gets captured, and Padme and Anakin decide to go and save him.
Yes.
And thus comes the factory scene where they're going through the factory and going through all of those, like, robotic things. Yes. And all of that stuff.
Blah, blah, blah.
And,
Get to the arena!
But would you believe it? R2 can fly now.
Oh, yeah. I was just like, okay, whatever, Lucas. Like...
I was, as a kid, this was the moment because obviously I was dumb as a kid. This is the moment I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, if he can fly,
why hasn't he
would
done
have
previously?
right? Like I was just like, oh no, what have they done?
No,
because in lots of things in like Return of the Jedi and A New Hope, if he would have flown, he would have been able to help out a lot more, I think. Like with Return of the Jedi and flying and helping everybody with the job of the hot thing. I don't know. I don't like it.
dum 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 dum.
They get captured, of course. It was a stupid idea. And they're taken to the Colosseum, where before they come out, of course, you've already said, Padme admits to Anakin that she loves him.
Rah. Okay.
Do you
believe? Like I get it. I get why this is there, but did I completely believe it? No. It could have been such a more moving moment. It could have been like the whole "I love you, I know," had they had some kind of dynamic before this moment. But it's her just batting him away like she's a piece of shit and he's a fly. Do you know what I mean? The whole time, like he's thirsty for her the whole time. No, we can't. Rah, rah, rah. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I am deeply in love with you." I'm like, "Are you? Are you, Padme? What?"
I've been dying every day
No,
since
you
came
haven't.
back into my life.
Well, I didn't see that on her face. There was no indication to me that she felt that way about him up until she vocalizes it. And even then I was like, do you?
The beasts in the Colosseum, what
Yes.
did you think of them?
I liked the arena creatures. I liked the big green praying mantis thing and the cat tiger with the really wide jaw that nearly gashes her in half. And then, of course, the battle that happens in the arena as well. Yeah, I quite like this scene. I think it was fun to see some proper beasts, proper Star Wars beasts. They felt a part of the universe.
Yeah. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
This part.
I liked it.
Although,
but it's dumb.
no.
But
There's
dumb.
one part that I'm just like, whoa, what? Padme gets on top of the thing.
Yes. The cat's after her.
What's it? Anakin kills the cat with the rhino beast, and he's like, jump down.
Oh yeah.
And that's exactly what she does, and lands
vagina straight onto that hump, man.
Punted right onto that beast.
And she's
it's
fine.
Like, no, yeah, she's absolutely fine. And I'm like, oh my god.
Is she wearing
surely
a cup?
that would have hurt.
Ridiculous. Unless she's got like a super strength vulva. I can't explain it. Like, because she makes a noise when she lands. Like, so she definitely
it's a thud. It's a thud.
It's like, damn, Anakin ain't getting nothing for weeks, Briv. He used to recover.
It's gonna be bruised.
It's gonna be like this for days, isn't it?
Oh god,
it's so silly.
Yeah, the Jedi arrive.
Yes, they does.
And would you believe it? Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber is purple.
Hey.
But there's a little bit more into
what does
this.
that mean? What does a purple lightsaber mean? I was confused.
Not particularly anything in terms of Star Wars universe, but Samuel L. Jackson wanted a different coloured lightsaber so that he was easily identifiable in big battle scenes.
But he's already very identifiable. He's Samuel fucking Jackson. It was actually really nice to see him doing more than just nodding and stroking his chin like he was in the first film. You know, he's getting involved.
There's also a little bit more about this lightsaber as well, and I love this.
Go on.
The props crew engraved the letters BMF on the hilt.
BMF?
Bad motherfucker.
Oh!
Which I thought was amazing, but Samuel didn't ask for that. The props department done that for him just because they loved him. Like, yes, it's Samuel Jackson, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You got to put bad motherfucker on there.
Of course. Pay your respects.
Yeah, so big battle commences. Lots of Jedi die, and in amongst this, R2-D2 and C-3PO are doing their comedy duo thing. His head has been replaced onto a battle droid.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. Hands up, I quite like that.
You did?
I quite like that. I know it was silly, I know it was for the kids, but I had a little inner moment in my heart. I was like, yeah, I like that.
There is a line I do like that he says when he's being dragged on the floor by R2-D2, and he goes, "Oh, this is such a drag."
He's so fucking campy and moany. I love him.
No. The clones arrive with Yoda.
Yes,
they
saved
fuck
the day.
shit up.
Yep.
And then the first battle of the Clone Wars starts on Geonosis, and you see all this battlement happen. And I kind of love the direction of this as well, because the sand is going up into the atmosphere. You're seeing the clone troopers shoot through the sand. It's really like visceral and busy in the frame.
I really enjoyed seeing all the different kinds of droids. It wasn't just one kind. It was an array of different machinery. And I thought it was cool seeing Jedi and Stormtroopers actually working together against drones. Like, that was really weird. I was like, what? And I think it's the only battle in the film, right? Like battle.
Pretty much, yeah.
So many lasers. Yeah. And, yeah, no, I had fun.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much criticism about that scene, to be honest.
No, me neither. I think it was a good intro to what the Clone Wars were when those battles happened on the ground. They're tying it to the original trilogy when Luke says, "You fought in the Clone Wars?"
Yes.
We're finding out
what they were.
These battles were.
Because I remember, in the first film, he's like, "Yes, I fought in the Clone Wars." And I was like, "Well, what are they?" And this is it, isn't it? Like, this is the beginning.
This is the beginning of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool. There's a huge battle that comes in.
The noises in this are still very, very good.
Yes, they are.
What's that?
Any favourable ones?
Yes, the big sonic boom, and it's green and it kind of cuts through.
Oh my god!
Rock.
Yes,
like,
I can't believe forgot about that. That is an amazing sequence. Like the bomb, and it cuts out sound for about a second, and it goes.
That was very cool.
Sonic blast.
Some kind of sonic
like
boom.
That.
I don't fucking know, but I liked it. It was good for my ears.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Yeah. Mate, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Oh, wow, I'm schooling you. I've got fresh eyes, though. I'm trying to absorb as much as I can. Whereas you're just like, oh, yeah, same old.
So, yeah, they track down Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
at the hangar bay, and they have a lightsaber fight. But Count Dooku is just way too powerful for them. There's a bit in this that I don't like, but I understand why they've done it.
Hang on a second. I feel like we're skipping ahead. I've got thoughts about the whole idea that the Jedi, would use some fucking random clone army they never commissioned in the first place. They had no idea this was fucking happening. And without spending a second investigating why they were made or what the fuck their training regime was, like, they just are like, yeah, come on, fight for us. Dumb.
Yeah,
they let their guard down.
Yeah, it's a quick decision because I don't think they had time against them. Like, their friends are about to be killed. Like, the Republic is about to get taken over by the Separatists. I think they needed something as an emergency, and the clone troopers were the answer.
I guess, but also Count Dooku looked stupid on a scooter. On his way to the battle. I don't think it was a good look.
What did he look like?
He just looked silly. He looked like, I don't know, like it was too small for him. And there's plans for the Death Star, right? That's the whole thing.
Yes,
he hands over the plans to the Death Star, like that droid, the clicky bug.
Yeah,
I liked him.
It's so good. Yes, so good.
That was really cool.
The dialects were really cool with that alien.
But when I saw the Death Star, I was like, oh, I recognise this. There's a connection.
Yeah, the Separatists have a connection in the originals. Woohoo! They live in through the Death Star, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they have a fight with Count Dooku. Obi-Wan is overpowered easily. Anakin tries, and there's a camera bit that I don't quite like, but I understand why they've done it, because Christopher was hella old. And they swap between Anakin and Dooku, kind of like close up, kind of like.
It was too close for me. I couldn't understand what was happening. It was.
Yeah, spatially, it was really weird. It didn't work. Christopher is very old, and I think this was a good way to get his face into the shot without his stunt double doing most of the work. So I understand why they've done it. It doesn't look very good.
No, it jeopardised the whole fucking tension of the thing. Like that Anakin and Obi fight with, Dooku. And for a second, Anakin gets 2 lightsabers after Obi gets injured. But his jump was dumb. I felt the dramatics.
His jump?
Yeah, like after Obi gets injured, and he jumps.
The force jump.
He force jumps and stops his lightsaber from going through Obi, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like it was overly dramatic, like the severing of the power cable so that the light dims, but there's just sparks flying. And then the fight generally, it just felt a bit sloppy at times. Too close, I couldn't really tell what was happening. It was just a lot of swooping. And then Anakin gets his fucking arm cut off. And I'm like, what the hell, man? Why is Lucas so obsessed with this? Like, and I know...
He likes his limbs.
I know it should have meant something to me, but it didn't. It felt empty. Like,
ooh,
yeah.
shit, okay.
I was like, okay, that's another arm. Like...
Oh, shit, okay. Fair enough.
I had no idea that happened, though. Again, like in The Empire, like, I didn't know Luke got his arm cut off. Do you know what I mean? This was a surprise.
I wouldn't have thought it would have been that a surprise, because when Darth Vader gets his hand chopped off in return, that is robotic as well.
Yes, but I didn't notice that. I've only seen it once. You pig, I've not seen it 20,000 times.
All right.
I'm not going to know every little detail.
So yeah, Anakin and Obi-Wan get fucked up, and then in walks Yoda.
Yes.
And we... they're playing around with the Force quite a lot. Yoda is just swatting it like a fly.
Yes.
Even with Force lightning. We haven't seen this before. He just sucks it in and then just pushes it back at him.
Oh no! You know what part made me laugh, Tony? Was it was really quite dumb. I think it was Anakin running straight at Christopher Lee.
Oh, and he just goes,
and he just gets roasted. Like
yeah. So yeah, Yoda and Dooku are bustling it out with the Force.
Yes.
And they're building up to this revelation, and Dooku's like, it is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force. And then you hear the lightsaber ignite.
And it's like, oh god.
But with the skills with the lightsaber. And I remember this as a kid, I was like, you what? Like, Yoda's not gonna have a light. And then as soon as I thought that, Yoda just goes, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then it happened. You see Yoda dancing around like a super ninja, like a goat, the goat of Jedi fighters.
I did not care for Master Yoda flying around like this.
So tell me your thoughts on this revelation that the film has. Well, because I've got views on it as well. I want to hear yours.
Like I just said, I didn't care for this. I didn't care for Yoda flying around. I thought he would use the Force in a more mindful way. You know, he says in A New Hope, your mind, you know, you are up here, not this muscle, or whatever the quote is. I don't know it.
Mm-hmm. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
Yeah, and I feel like him jumping around and not using the Force in a way that we're typically known for Yoda to do. I don't know. I just felt like, use your mind, not your little frog legs. Okay, I'm not enjoying you jumping around. I want you to do something. I want you to crush him with your mind. I want you to maybe choke him more. But then they do establish, no, this has to be lightsabers. And I suppose if he is a Jedi, he needs to be trained with the lightsaber. And he needs to be good at battling with the lightsaber. I just... I didn't enjoy it.
This is a difficulty for myself. So I'm extraordinarily split by this revelation but I think I'm negative about it. This revelation, like you said, it ruins the philosophy of Yoda. I think it takes one of my favorite lines, the luminous beings, and well, now it is about this crude matter, isn't it? When you're flying around and using your muscles to push people with your lightsaber and smashing people up like a ninja. But however, as you said, as a Jedi and in the Jedi Council and the Jedi Academy, you would be expected to be trained in lightsaber duels, in fighting, in swords.
Yeah. There's that scene with the younglings, isn't there? And he's kind of training them. And Liam, what a stupid name for a youngling, by the way. Everyone else is called like Obi-Wan or Yoda or fucking something interesting. And there's Liam, little Liam. Liam's got the answers, though, to be fair.
Yes.
So he has a lot of knowledge. He is meant to be the Jedi. He's a knight, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
so, like it's not completely alien for him to know lightsaber skills and duels and stuff. I just thought, and this is probably me being naive, is that he was so powerful and wise that a lightsaber wasn't necessary for him.
Yes.
He could use only the Force to defend himself because he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
And something that pisses me at the end of this scene, it's like a stalemate, isn't it? Like Doo gets onto the ship, and Yoda then uses the Force to save Anakin and Obi from getting crushed by the pillar, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he have just used the Force on fucking? Well, they were trying to before, but how is he as powerful as Yoda? This character that we know fuck all about, this nobody. Like it was undeserving. Like it seemed like he overpowered. Or was equal to Yoda in telekinesis, the power that I thought Yoda would be the strongest at.
Yeah. I do agree. It isn't earned enough, I don't think. We don't know enough about this Count Dooku, and we're still quite confused about what actually happened with how the clone troopers came to be. Master Cypher Diaz from 10 years ago orders this clone army. How does Count Dooku know about this? So initially when I first watched the film, I thought, oh, Master Cypher Diaz is Count Dooku, but I'm completely wrong. They're two completely separate people, and I think Master Cypher Diaz was not a Padawan, but a Padawan to Count Dooku, I think. And then Count Dooku learnt about it and then went to the dark side and then used that to his advantage to then hire Jango Fett to be the blood for the clones.
No, it's just a whole lot of fucking middlemen, though, isn't it? And
yeah, there's a lot of like middle chunks that isn't told and is left in the dark. But you could argue that the dark side has clouded the Jedi's vision, like the audience watching this film.
Yoda said, "I can't
so
see."
It kind of makes sense. Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
I think that's a stretch, Tony. That's a stretch.
Yeah, Yoda fighting. I'm still battling with it today. I'm not too sure about it, if I'm honest. We then end with the Clone Wars beginning. You see all the ships being taken off with the clones off to battle, and Anakin and Padme get married.
I know, in secret, and R2D2 and C3PO are witnesses.
Yes, they are.
But she holds his robot hand at the end. I was like, why are you doing that? Hold his real hand.
And thus, Attack of the Clones is finished.
What fucking...
So, Leanne, let's go on to quiz time. Question 1. Who hires the mercenary to assassinate Padme?
It's so many different people. Count Dooku.
Do you know what? I'll give you half a point for that. It's really Jango Fett who hires the mercenary. But Dooku is behind all of it.
Dooku is behind it.
I'll give you half a point.
Okay, I'll take it.
Question 2. What planet does Obi-Wan Kenobi find the clone army?
You told me this.
Yes, I did.
Kamino.
Yes!
Yes! I remembered it because it's similar to the Japanese word for a robe. Kamino.
Yes! Way to go, Leanne. Nicely done.
Nice.
That's a planet question as well. I'm impressed.
That's right!
Question 3. Finish this quote. I don't like sand. It's blank and blank and blank and blank.
Coarse, irritating, and gets everywhere.
And?
Coarse, irritating, and gets everywhere.
You're missing one more.
Rough!
Yes!
Ruff.
Way to go. But I can only give you the point if you say it in the right order.
I don't know the correct order, man. Rough, coarse, irritating, and everywhere.
I'll give you half a point.
Half a point?
I can't give you a full point for that. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
You need to know the full thing. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. So you need to switch the coarse and rough. Yeah. Question 4. According to Anakin, what is an aggressive negotiation?
A lightsaber fight.
Yes, well done.
That's right.
Question 5. Who has a purple lightsaber?
Samuel L. Jackson.
What's his name?
I asked this earlier. Windy.
What's his first name?
Windy.
What's his first name?
Sam Windy.
Oh my god, no, I'm not giving you
Give me
this.
half a point.
Mace Windu. I'm not giving you half. No. Question 6. True or false? Anakin murders an entire Tusken Raider tribe.
True. I hate them.
That is right.
He doesn't
I hate
like you.
Question 7. Who calls the vote for Senator Palpatine to get emergency powers?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, this was fucking Jar Jar, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking Jar Jar.
Yeah, well done.
Like, what?
Well done. Question 8. True or false? Obi-Wan Kenobi loses a limb in his fight with Count Dooku.
False. Anakin loses a limb, thank you.
Right.
That's
Well done. Question 9. True or false? Count Dooku was not a student of Yoda.
False.
Right.
That's right.
He indeed was a Padawan. And question 10. This is quite a hard one. I don't know whether you'll get this. What is Count Dooku's Sith title?
Count Doo-Doo.
No.
No, I don't know.
It's Darth Tyrannus.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, tyranny. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're grabbing it from that.
That's silly.
All right, let me count it up.
Yep, tally up me score, bitch.
You got 7.
Mm.
You got 7 out of 10. Nice.
Let's go.
Leanne, give me your film rating. Let's take this into context. You gave Phantom Menace a 4. What are you giving Attack of the Clones?
A 5.
Oh, a 5.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So you think this is a better film than Phantom Menace?
Yes. I think more happens. I think obviously it could have been executed a lot better, but there were things that I liked about it. And yeah, compared to, I don't know, episode 1 just felt so slow. This felt a bit more faster paced, and there's assassins and I don't know.
I gave Phantom Menace a 7. I would give this one a 6, if I'm honest.
Oh, you hate this one.
I think this is the weakest of the prequels, if I'm honest.
Do you?
Yeah, because they just didn't learn significant lessons from the mistakes of Phantom.
It was stale as fuck.
But I still enjoy it nonetheless. I still think Hayden did a great job.
Yeah.
So, Leanne, your fan rating. So, when you watched Phantom, it went down by 0.5, so you were on a 6.
Yeah.
What is your fan rating now?
Like, I know I preferred this film to Phantom Menace, but I don't like where this is going. I think overall that it's killing me. And it's making me really sad. So
Okay.
I'm a 5. I'm a grey Jedi.
Oh shit! You are
Yes.
mid-ground now.
I'm mid-ground now.
Oh shit! It goes down by 1.
Yes.
Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. You think this was a better film than Phantom?
I know.
You knocked off 0.5
Look,
for Phantom, but then you knocking off a full point for Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Can you explain your reasons for this?
I mean,
I'm very intrigued.
Like, there were parts of, the film. There were snippets that I really enjoyed. Okay, but they were very, very small snippets. But I preferred that over no snippets. Like with episode 1, I got nothing out of that film at all. Okay, and this only barely scraped past that because I had something. Okay, and based on those 2 films, like I have to kind of combine my overall, like I've lost respect for Lucas. I've lost respect for the franchise at this point.
Ooh, damn, Daniel. Okay, you are a grey Jedi currently. You are in between.
Because
you are nor
my
light
overall
nor
rating
dark.
can differ from my film ratings, can't it? You know, it's just the
Yeah,
general Star Wars vibe is what I'm
yeah.
explaining. Okay, does that make sense though?
Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Very, very interesting. All right, so Leanne, you've watched episode 1, episode 2. You will be watching episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
This
which,
needs to knock it out the fucking park for me to come back to the light side, man.
which completes the saga. Tell me, what are you expecting from Revenge of the Sith, having not watched it before?
I don't know. I feel like episode 1 and 2 have been building to something, and I hope the payoff is just going to be worth it. At this point, I'm just hoping.
Okay. Interesting. Well, Leanne, we will leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening in, as per usual. I hope you're enjoying it with this prequel journey that
Obi is the goatee.
Leanne is going through. Not Count Dooku.
Count Dooku was the worst character.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Cool. We will leave it there. So, Leanne, it is now time to ask you to fuck off and go watch Revenge of the Sith.
I shall do so. May the Force be with you.
Oh, may the Force be with you.
He doesn't like
Thank
you.
you for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Sibling Cinema. If you enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for more arriving weekly. Make sure you check out our Instagram page, sibling_cinema, where you can listen to extra exclusive content and drop us a like, a share, or even a message if you'd like. Don't be shy. Until next time, roll on the next reel. Edited and produced by Floppy Legs.